you talk about a linear model and circular model, it's always good to start by asking what is a linear business model. And currently, most businesses have a business logic which is based on sell more, sell faster type of model. And before that, you, in most cases, have this take, make, waste, linear production system in place, which is pretty wasteful, one could say. Then if we start kind of rounding that business model to a circular business model, there's, in a sense, there's two really kind of headings that describe a circular business model. And one is kind of creating and maintaining value without the increase of materials or use of materials. So basically decoupling growth from the use of material and natural resources. And of course, when you talk about business models, the concept of servitization comes into play. So there are many types of different service models that you can kind of explore and study what suits you best. And it really pays off to going back to those 4 technical loops, so maintenance, reuse, remanufacturing, recycling, and trying to understand what of those loops are kind of most relevant. Now the other thing I mentioned, that's kind of creating and maintaining value without the increased use of natural resources and materials. And the other kind of key difference really is creating of circular business ecosystem. So I think it's been said and agreed very widely that no one can go alone to a circular economy business model. And it really is true, because you need partners. You don't, or maybe your kind of traditional value chain might become an innovation network. So you are trying to create perhaps a totally new product or service, a piece of technology with your partners that didn't exist before. And of course, while doing that, you are also trying to close different loops. Whether it makes sense to close them locally, or perhaps regionally, nationally, or even in some cases internationally. And that's something that you really need to kind of study carefully with your partners to realize what's the best solution for those. I would like to say easy steps, which aren't necessarily always easy, but I think the first thing to do really, if you want to explore that, what do I as a business or company can do in order to transition towards the circular economy model. So the first one really is to understand the key principles, the fundamentals of the circular economy. What are those fundamentals and what do they mean for our company? And that kind of takes us to the next step. So really, based on that understanding, trying to create a kind of roadmap that these are the relevant opportunities for us, because they differ a great deal. We are talking about, for example, a textile sector or a construction sector or food sector. The challenges, but also more importantly, the opportunities vary a great deal. So really understanding that, this is a relevant and the best possible roadmap to us. And these are the kind of best opportunities. And of course you need to, in parallel to that, you need to have a vision or create a vision that what do you want to do in order to become a more circular business. Now, it might sound a bit daunting, but then the third step would be deciding kind of that small scale pilot, where to start, what can we do first? Are there some low-hanging fruits that we can pick easily and get quick wins? And what's the kind of next level of trial, pilot? And then after that, piloting, testing, getting the results, we can scale it up. And then kind of the fourth step really is that you can expand and build on that and realize the other relevant opportunities. Ecodesign Sprint is one of the most inspiring examples because it hasn't, although it's still in the making, but I think providing that type of program, multidisciplinary team consisting of the company, of the design agency and the circular design coach is unique, and I hope that it'll be mainstream one day.